All right, let's go ahead and set up for our tool holders. Again, I want to embrace the bottom portion, and that way when the caps come off, I can just go ahead and grab and I'll hold that in a much safer position than just always holding on to them individually. So we've gone through and we've measured, if you will, our base. And let's go ahead and set this up for our pocket case. So on our pocketing, I'm going to go ahead and do multiples of these. For this one, I just want to go ahead and do 5. So we're going to have an X width of 12.84. I came to this specifically because I did do it a little bit tighter and then each time a little bit bigger so that I could test it. And it just seemed to work on this machine with this particular Endmill that 12.84 is right on the money for a nice snug fit. We're going to have a corner radius of 1, and really that's going to be kind of tight. And when we go through, it'll actually round it just a smidge. We have a Y height of 12.84, and then we're going to do a Z start at a -1. Again, we're on the base, and we're going to have a Z end of -10. So those will be some of the elements that we're looking for as we set this up. Now, I'm going to do my pattern again. This time I'm going to do an X of 47, 67, 87, 107, and 127 millimeters across. I'm going to do a Y at 68. All right, so at 68 mils all the way up, if I, again, start from my 0, 0, all right, 68 millimeters up, and then I will keep track of my 47 mils across, my 67, my 87, 107, and 127. So again, I could mark that out all here, or I can mark it out up here, depending on how you want students to list out or keep reference to what they are doing. Those are just some of the things that you can kind of consider and think about as we do this. So we've got basically a box of 12.8 by 12.8. That's what we've got here, a 12.8, 12.8. And let's go ahead and put that into PathPilot. All right, so let's go ahead and create our tool case base pocket. This will be the little blue bases on it. So I'm going to go in here to the pocket. I'm going to change it from circular to rectangular because that's really what I want. I have here 12.83. I did refine that just a little bit instead of the 12.84. I'm going to go ahead and live with that. I'm going to do the same thing in terms of my Y height. So I've got a 12.83 on both top and bottom. Radius, we'll just leave it at 1. It'll be fine. If it doesn't like that, we'll get a status here saying, wait a second, your tool radius versus what you really want here is not going to match. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what we've got in this program. Then I'm going to go ahead, Z start again, -1 because we faced it off. And I'm going to go ahead and go -9. I can go -10, -9, something of that nature. Either way will be just fine. It'll be enough depth in order to hold that. We've already got it a depth of cut at a 4.5. So we're just going to cut this in half and we will be fine with that. I'm going to go ahead and keep my step over at the 0.68. That'll be just fine. 17%. That's usually what's recommended by Tormach. From there, I need to go into my drill pattern. So I need to know where am I doing all of these. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my drill pattern. And I need to set up my X, Y. So my first one, my X is going to be 47. Pardon me. If you don't actually click in the box, it's going to take you to that line. So let's go ahead and enter. 47, enter. And I'm going to have a Y height of 68. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go 67 and 68 millimeters. Here I've got 87. And again, 68 millimeters. I've got 107 and 68. And my last one at 127, because I don't need as many tools as I thought I did in my tool holder. And again, you can change it so maybe you've only got 4 of them. However you want to do that, that'll be just fine. And I'm not going to pay attention to anything over here because everything is really referenced off of the pocket here. And that's our most important information. This is all still the same. I'll go ahead and click post. I'm going to put this into my folder here and go ahead and click save. Now that we've got that, that looks right. Let's go ahead and run this. One simple note I had forgotten to mention. I had done an update on my Path Pilot, and it automatically put it to G21, or pardon me, G20. So have you noticed earlier in the video series, I had a status, yellow cautionary quite a bit. I kept in the back of my mind wondering why, asking questions. Well, why would it do that? Why would it do that? Then when I went into the actual status page and it said, okay, we've got problems with our inches, right? Inches. I shouldn't be seeing inches. So that means I need to go in, clear, but in my main catalog or my MDI bar, I have to type in G21 because I do things in metric. So then it posts down here in terms of the status G21. So now I know there shouldn't be too much fighting within the system of what I have in terms of measurements that are metric versus, if you will, inches. So let's go ahead and let's start running this.